Okay, so you can see Beresford, but oh, here we go. You read that street sign. So we went from Patterson to Willingdon, and you know what? By my rough estimation numbers, I fucked up. I thought we'd have halfway to the 5,000 or whatever. I thought it was like, over 2,000. I got 3,100 empty condos. I can just see guesstimating from eyesight just by looking at the new projects that have just finished in the last several years. There's the sirens. Oh, how opportune. So, as I was saying, folks, these buildings over here, these are the ones I already counted. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, we hear you, we know. Come on. Oh, they're just going off the way that we came out of. So, yeah, there's actually some other buildings over here that are shorter that I didn't count, but they're actually part of some of the taller ones developed. So I should really add another 2 or 3 or even several hundred more empty condos. Those are the older buildings that have been there since the 90s when they built this part of Metro Town, and that one's got a hotel in it for part of it. So, but we're not going to add more numbers in. See that building down there on the corner? It's got that move-in signs and shit already. The next one is old apartments. See the low one? It's old apartments that used to be here that probably has occupancy. We got this one and this one. So 2 apartments in the middle, not quite built yet. Let's say they're supposed to come online at like 26, 27. They're way behind schedule. I don't know, should we count those? Because on this one block alone, it's a long block, it's a double block, folks. At that one end, this one, I mean, God, I gotta count this as 500 just in this one building alone. Look how we're talking 45, 50 floors, same as that one down there, and we're talking 90% empty. Like I could go up and at a higher point, look, you see this one on this cubic thing? It's the same thing. There's nobody. There's some people in the low-rise area, and then nothing, and then nothing. There's maybe a couple, and then there's nothing in the penthouses. These are like, if I counted this one's more empty than that guy. That one was built before, and then this one, but they've still been around for 4 or 5 years, and they're not getting any occupancy. And so, I mean, I honestly count like 800 or 1,000 units just in between these 2 buildings. Probably. I mean, my God, there's nobody moving in, and I bet you there's whole floors on here with nobody, and then there's some floors with like 2 units, a couple of people, a couple of neighbors. There's way less people living in this big tower than there were in those low-rise, walk-up apartment buildings that had 12 to 40 units back in antiquity. And you see, for the time that they ripped those old buildings out, the buildings are closed, boarded up, and condemned for several years, and then they knock them down. Then they're building for a decade, at least. They've destroyed the population. There is no there's less people living here with these god-awful massive monstrosities of monolith to fucking Babel than there are fucking people that used to be here before 2010. I'm just literally gonna put down another 1,000. If I counted that building, I'd have to put down like 12 or 1,400, but I'm just going to write down 1,000 for this block. Now, if I go down that block further, I can see the newer developments on this side, and I can show you more empty lots and more developments, and I can come up with even more numbers, folks. But just between these 3 buildings, I'm going to write down another 1,000, and we have passed our 4,000 empty condos that you can see within eyesight. Brand new, just hit the market in the last 2, 3, 4 years. You know, most of them in the last like year or 2, and they're empty and unsold, and there's real estate signs all over the place around here, folks. I'll have to go up closer and show you some of those.